Not only is Mary Magdalene an important woman in the Bible, but she is also a saint, and probably the most misunderstood biblical figure in history. For centuries, Mary Magdalene's name has been linked to numerous theories, stories, and interpretations of the Gospels. Was she really a prostitute? Was she romantically involved with Jesus? Or was Mary Magdalene just a devoted apostle? Let's go and find out the answer to these and many other questions. She's not the sinner people think she is. Mary Magdalene is likely the most misunderstood biblical figure. One of the main misconceptions about Mary Magdalene is that she was a sex worker, who repented and then started following Jesus. Indeed, the Gospel of Luke mentions a prostitute who washes Jesus' feet with her hair. But nowhere is it mentioned the name of this woman. And certainly there is no link in the Bible between her and Mary Magdalene. So where does this idea comes from? Well, blame Pope Gregory. Back in the 6th century, he said that the prostitute, Mary Magdalene, and Mary, Lazarus' sister, were all the same person. Except they're not. It was not until 1969 that the Catholic Church admitted the mistake. Nonetheless, the damage was done, as the idea that Mary Magdalene was a sex worker had become cemented throughout the centuries. Strong independent woman. Who was Mary Magdalene, then? It's believed she came from a fishing village. Mary Magdalene was pretty independent for biblical times, and it has been suggested that she had money and a high social status. Mary Magdalene is consistent throughout the Gospels. The Gospels have slightly different versions of the same people and events, but Mary Magdalene's presence remains fairly consistent throughout them all. Both the Gospels of Mark and Luke confirm that Mary Magdalene started following Jesus after he cast 7 demons out of her. All 4 Gospels state that Mary Magdalene was present in pretty key moment of Jesus' life and death, including his crucifixion and subsequent resurrection. And if all of this wasn't enough, Mary Magdalene was actually the first disciple to see Jesus when he resurrected, and hence is called in some Christian traditions the apostle to the apostles. Gospel of Mary. The Gospel of Mary was discovered by a German scholar in Cairo, Egypt, in 1896. Scholars estimate that this non-canonical text was written sometime in the 2nd century or earlier. The Gospel of Mary have been interpreted as a Gnostic text, as it follows the same writing style. Did Mary Magdalene and Jesus get married and have children? This is one of the most popular and controversial theories, which has gained a lot of popularity thanks to books such as Dan Brown's The Da Vinci Code. The speculation started based on a 6th century document called The Story of Joseph and Asenath, which Simha Jacobovici and Barry Wilson, who translated the text, claim is about Jesus and Mary Magdalene. Jacobovici and Wilson went on to publish a book named The Lost Gospel, decoding the ancient text that reveals Jesus' marriage to Mary Magdalene. No church supports this theory. Is Mary Magdalene in The Last Supper? Leonardo da Vinci's masterpiece, The Last Supper, has led many to speculate whether or not John the Apostle, sitting next to Jesus, was in fact Mary Magdalene. The long hair and feminine facial features has led to this theory. What do you think? Mary Magdalene is often portrayed covered in hair. Remember, the prostitute Mary Magdalene was mistaken for. Well, she washed Jesus' feet and then dried them with her long hair. This is why we often find Mary Magdalene depicted with very long hair. But there is also another version. Mary Magdalene isolated herself in the wilderness after Jesus died and resurrected, and her hair grew long during this period. Except this too was also the story of another Mary, Street. Mary of Egypt. Yes, the church did get all Marys mixed up. Moved to France. Another story says that Mary Magdalene ended up on a boat with other Christians. They were supposed to be pushed into the sea to die, but divine intervention had them reach France safe and sound. Mary Magdalene and others went on to spread the gospel, until she got old and went to live in seclusion in a cave, where she ended up dying. Charles II eventually found some bones there in 1279, which are believed to belong to Mary Magdalene. Mary Magdalene's relics. The bones were then given to Dominican monks, who adorned her skull with gold and put it on display. The skull can be found in a basilica at Saint Maximin le Saint Baume in southern France. Easter eggs. The Eastern Catholic and Orthodox churches have 2 stories that connect Mary Magdalene with Easter eggs. One story says that Mary Magdalene was carrying a basket of hard-boiled eggs when she visited Jesus' tomb. When he appeared to her after resurrecting, the eggs changed color. The other story is about Mary Magdalene going to Rome and seeing Emperor Tiberius. Everyone visiting the emperor was supposed to bring him something, so she brought an egg. Mary Magdalene proceeded to explain that Jesus resurrected, to which the emperor replied that what she was saying would be just as impossible as an egg changing color. This is when the egg turned red. Her name is associated with an organization. Mary Magdalene's name was associated with Magdalen laundries, also known as asylums, which were present in England, Ireland, and the United States. Though these were essentially penitentiary workhouses. These, fallen women, would be imprisoned and subjected to atrocious conditions. Surely Mary Magdalene wouldn't have liked to have her name linked to such places. A special place in the Catholic Church. July 22nd is the day Mary Magdalene is celebrated in the Catholic calendar. Though until recently this was just a memorial day. It was not until 2016 that Pope Francis declared it a feast day. This consecrates Mary Magdalene as the Apostle of the Apostles, and places her on the same level of the other apostles. Pope Francis called Mary Magdalene a true and authentic evangelizer. The feast day was meant to highlight the relevance of this woman who showed great love for Christ and was much loved by Christ, and the celebration was a way for Christians to reflect more deeply on the dignity of women, the new evangelization and the greatness of the mystery of divine mercy, said one archbishop. Please do subscribe for more information. Thank you for watching.